She's there by the mirror. Open fire! Cover me! He's dead! Get clear! That's it! She's hit! Give me suppressing fire! Now! She's behind! I got you covered! She's hurt! Under fire!
Oh no! Bakit may bomb doon?
She's there by the murals. Open fire! Cover me! Advancing cover! Man down! She's reloading! Fire! It wouldn't be. Suppressing fire! Keep her down! Suppressing fire! Keep it up! I'm taking fire! She's reloading! Shoot her! Advancing! He's dead!
Ah, shit! Almost!
She's
Meds!
there by the murals. Open fire! She's slain! He's hit! Advancing! Cover me! Pressing fire! Let's finish this! Fire!
Ah, shit.
Now, he's reloading! Watch her out!
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, bakit wala akong
She's
meds?
there by the murals. Open fire!
No. Survive that.
She's there by the murals. Open fire! I got a hit!
Right.
She's there by the murals. Open fire! Taking position! Gun! Fire! Man down! She's hit! Give me cover! Keep her down! Laying down covering fire!
Oh my god! Oh, I almost.
She's there by the mural. Open fire! I got an angle. He's gone. I'm under fire. She's reloading. Give me covering fire.
Pistol na nga lang.
She's there by the murals. Open fire! Back me up! Got your back. We got a man down!
God, ayoko na. Real. load somewhere. Oh no! What's this thing? Ano ba to? Sana hindi. Feeling ko sing. Ay. Okay. Yun ang dami ko. Aim.
These ruins are incredible. Oh no.
Looks like Anna was right about the Lost City. The source has to be somewhere down here.
Now this wall looks like it was put up in a hurry. I don't know. Feel air coming through from the other side. Let's see if I can break through. Way out. Here.
Comrades, it is imperative that you respond to my communiques. We are now in dire need of supplies and reinforcements. A full revolt is in progress, and the prisoners now control the excavation site and surrounding facilities. In retribution, I have ordered mass executions of prisoners from the native population. With any luck, these rebels will lay down their arms and surrender to save their own countrymen.
Not looking forward to that. You saw those Soviet corpses on the way in? I don't know who else could be, but the sooner we get out of here, the better.
Nothing on the radio?
No. There's tons of rock and ice in the way. If we're lucky, they might get a few bursts of static and assume we're still alive.
So, it is clear to me now that our communications have been sabotaged. You likely have received none of my cables for quite some time. But I will continue transmitting, as it is my duty. Local natives attacked us on multiple fronts soon after we attempted to sway them with the executions of their countrymen. There are far more natives than we ever anticipated. It is clear that they come from the other side of the mountain and have been preparing their revolt carefully for years. We are now without power and water, and winter is upon us. Those of us who remain will soon be leaving. We have one train transport, and we will take with us as many records and artifacts as we can.
use these other cables to rip open the door. Someone tried to get through this door before.
Uy! Sumobra! Fail jump.
The truck's anchored to that door. It might be heavy enough to rip it open.
GG!
She's there by the... Open fire! Under fire! I got her!
Ayo!
Israel, back me up! Just you and me! Fire in the hole! Get clear! Take her down! I'm taking fire! Taking casualties! Under fire! She's reloading! Advancing! Cover me! Fire! Advancing! Cover me! Got you back! We got a man down! Let her out! She's behind. Give me suppressing fire! Now! Laying down covering fire! Throwing a grenade! I got her! Throwing a grenade!
Ah! Save.
Now this makes sense. If I follow these directions...
Ooh, there's some fine cash there.
Gold sword hilt inlaid with jewels. This belonged to a Byzantine noble. The blade itself was snapped off at the base. Did this happen in battle? No, I'm not.
In position! He's hit!
What? What the heck? Okay. Loot.
To any who received this message, I will soon be dead, and with me all knowledge of this place. Escape for us was never an option. We boarded the train and set out for the long journey, only to discover that mere miles from the mountain, the tracks we built upon the backs of so many dead had simply disappeared. For months now, the native population has carefully dismantled the railroad, intentionally isolating this place in preparation for their attacks. And like their precious ruins, I will soon be taken by the snows and forgotten.
Suppressing fire! Now! I got you
Alright, I came back. Five. Pistol. Three color right here. Oh, different place though. Wait, see. Upgrade modifier. Upgrade the tool. Weapons. Up. Oh, wala pa akong lockpick. Survival and white. Shit. Come back again. you. Nice bow. Easy. You first. Here.
If I can bring down that crane, it should be enough to rip open the door. If I can fill that bucket, it might be heavy enough to bring down the crane. Should be a way to move it into the water with that rope winch. Should be a way to move it into the water with that rope winch.
We push it there.
Right, that should work.
Nu na kaya. Then turret. Yes, and turret. Not yet full. Now it's full.
That did it.
Oh, wait, not there. I jumped. Press X. Nice one, Lara.
This statue must be the immortal prophet. And this, it shows the exodus of his people from the deserts of Syria. They settled in a hidden valley and built a great city. Katash. To protect the city and its people, the prophet raised an army of warriors. But what is this showing? It's not the divine source they're holding. Something else, but what? And his warriors forged for him an atlas, that the prophet might always know his city and its secrets. A map of the city. It could show the way to the divine source.
See points.
It's a wonder this place is still standing.
Oh.
Stop right there! Easy. Easy. You know I'm not with Trinity. Why should we believe you? I escaped with one of yours. A man named Jacob. Where is he now? We were together, but we got separated in the mines.
She killed him!
No! No. Jacob would never trust an outsider. Please, listen, I am not your enemy. I warned you. You should have left.
Sophia! Enough!
Father!
Ah, father.
I thought I lost you.
I'm glad you made it out of there. Forgive Sophia, she is cautious.
In her position, I'd be the same way. What did you find out?
Trinity is coming in force. We must prepare.
Her?
She's a friend. On my word, no harm will come to her.
These ruins. We must be near the Prophet's lost city.
Come. We do not have much time. Prepare the weapon stores. Secure the battlements. Go! Now! They're almost here. But we're outnumbered.
The children and elders are vulnerable.
Go. Get them into the catacombs. Light the fires. The valley must be alerted.
Incredible.
Oh,
Sophia.
nice.
Muster our fighters. Then meet me in the upper village.
Don't disappear again, Father.
There's much to do. If we had more time.
Later. For now, I'll do what I can to help.
Oh, father. You go.
You, head down to the old radio. Get the generator working. We need to get one last transmission out, and let the other settlements know what's coming. I'll do what I can. You two, I need eyes out across the valley.
Jacob and his people are resilient. I'll give them that. Trinity is on their way. They could do with my help. And this atlas from the mural. If it really is some kind of map of the ruins, I've got to find it before Anna. If I don't, then all these deaths will have been in vain. And I can't have that on my conscience.
See anything, we'll sound the horns.
Go with God.
This vase must have been beautiful once, but someone's poked a few new holes in it and filled it with dirt. They must have used it to grow seedlings.
Wow.
We must keep them away from the Acropolis Tower, no matter the cost. We'll send the families into the catacombs below, but we have to keep the enemy engaged here, on this side of the valley.
Hello
Sophia
there.
and her warriors have already fought the invaders. She says they're well equipped.
Yes, but we know the valley. We use the ruins and the woods to our advantage.
I hope to God you're right.
How did you find this place? What brought you here?
They've got helicopters. We should
War is
expect
coming.
them to come
We
down.
have to prepare.
The
Soviets
did
left
as well.
everything when we drove them
So
out.
we stay with
Most of it is just waste.
there's still the odd treasure to be found.
They'll cut us down, no matter where we fight.
We know this land better than they ever. Don't forget that.
I need more wood for the fire.
They needed most of the lumber to repair the guard towers. We'll have to make do with what we have.
Well, if they need arrowheads for the battle, then I need more firewood.
I've left to forge.
We can make points faster than broadhead. That should be our focus.
Another difficult winter for my people. There are more deaths than births now. And as the seasons pass, the young ones are becoming restless. I see them looking to the sky when the rare plane passes overhead. Wistful. Wondering. Longing. I know they are still deeply committed to the cause. But I also sense a change coming. An end to our way of life is on the horizon. The most recent invaders are fading from memory. But as the technology of men advances, more are bound to find our valley again. And we are bound with the fate of this place. For better or worse.
Hello there. You're Jacob's guest. If you're looking for a way to help, they're repairing the guard towers just down the path. I mean no offense, but you don't look like you're ready for a turn on the anvil. Jacob said you rescued him from the prison.
It was a joint effort.
Well, whatever you did, we're grateful. We won't turn away another pair of hands if you can help. But we're not accustomed to visitors.
Not much fuel left in the torch. I think I can get 4, maybe 5 more sheets cut for the barricades. And then we'll have to find more.
That's gonna be a problem. I dragged the last of those cylinders out of the Soviet prison a few summers back. After that, you're back to using a hammer and chisel.
There's gotta be more. The Soviets left everything behind.
We spent 2 full days combing the old buildings. That's the last of the fuel. Don't worry, you'll like the chisel. It never runs dry.
Comes after her.
I promised to keep them safe. What have I done? We should have been ready for this. Damn it. I'm sorry, I've got no time to talk. Jacob says you can be trusted, and that's good enough for me.
It's good enough for me.
Did you see anything from up there?
We never recovered from the Soviets. And now this.
Just keep your
If you
eyes
want to
out.
help, you should head down to the lower
Be here at
village.
any moment.
I know you want to help, but I have to finish here. Armies need food as much as weapons.
I'll leave you to it then.
I'll run out of nails before we're done here.
We can pull more out of the old cabinets. The ones we don't use anymore.
I made a mistake today. One that threatens to lead to more mistakes. I spent time alone with Olya. Something I have avoided until now. She reminds me of my beloved Sophia, whom I thought I'd long forgotten. And it opens my heart like a wound. She clouds my judgment, even when she is not present. I sound like a giddy child. And those days are far behind me. I must bury these old feelings deep and stay apart from my people for a time.
Can't the smith forge more? I just need a few dozen.
Many as he can before they arrive. I'd rather run out of nails.
That's not right. Greetings. Where could... Fires still rage in the outer districts. The last of the wooden buildings will be consumed by nightfall. The heart of our city is gone, buried beneath the ice. I can take some small solace in the fact that the Mongol invaders were killed, alongside the Prophet's warriors who died to save us. And the Prophet himself? No one has seen him since the morning after the siege ended. We need his wisdom. Now more than ever. We do not have enough food to feed those who survived. Some believe the worst is over, but I fear that is not the case. We know what to do here. We've been waiting for this. You're not with the invaders. What brought you to this valley?
Oh, hell. I'm sorry I can't help you right now. I need to get this generator fixed so we can send a message to the other settlements.
I'll see if I can help elsewhere.
Please be careful here. This is the last of the old transmitters that will work, or used to work. There's not enough. We have to make do.
There has to be more. Send someone to go look.
Send who, exactly? Everyone's heading down to the lower village to prepare. I'm telling you, you have to improvise for now. You there. We could use some help if that's what you're here for.
I'm here to help. What can I do?
We're trying to fortify as many of these towers as we can. Most of them were badly damaged in last year's floods. We've got the repairs in hand, but I need some extra supplies from around the valley. If we can get these towers repaired, it'll give us an advantage over the invaders, and it'll help us reach the upper levels of the ruined towers. Will you help?
I'll see what I can round up.
Thank you. Bring them back to me when you found them.
It's been a long time since Jacob brought an outsider here. There was a flood during the storm, knocked down some of the guard towers. Those things buzzing around the valley frightened many of the birds, but there are still gulls down by the water.
Can I go down?
Young ones, you scoffed at learning your letters. Said it had nothing to do with hunting. But that's your first lesson. Everything is connected, and I am always right. You clever students who saw the folly and stubbornness and can read this, here's your first assignment. Track, hunt, and bring me back the pelt of one of the small creatures of the valley. Hares you can find anywhere, night or day. Both the little brown ones in our valley and the snow hares in the peaks. The squirrels stick to the trees, and rain will drive them into their burrows. And if you see fit to seek the rats, look inside the ruins, or anywhere the dead still lie. Please, do not bring me a rat.
Loading up. Minus. What's this?
Followers of the Prophet fled to the east. The journey was difficult.
Okay, not the right way. Okay, not yet allowed. Where is it? Mm. Wait. Okay. Close. Don't. Go there. What is this? Ang CPU yun. Oh, it's this game.
Lara, I'm sorry if Sophia was less than welcoming.
I understand. I'm just glad you were there to vouch for me.
My people have spent decades fighting outsiders. It's not an easy habit to break. See if you can lend a hand with the preparations. A little hard work would go a long way towards building trust.
I'll see what I can do.
In the CPU. Wait, I need to direct connect again. Something wrong with the game. Ah, nag-update Steam. Kaya pala. So, angat ng Steam.
Trinity will be here soon.
Chocolate ko. Ah, wood. Yeah. Okay, let's go to cave.
Here is your lesson for today. Bring me any creature with feathers. The birds in our valley fly mostly by day, nesting away at dark. You've seen gulls and other kinds farther afield. Those common birds would count for today's lesson, but it would lack ambition. You clever students who wish to impress me would do well to head to the high elevations between dawn and dusk. I would find Buzzard most impressive. And before you ask, the chickens around our village came here with our ancestors. Bringing me a tame bird from your mother's yard will not fulfill the assignment.
I need to restore my PC. I need to restart